Story. Tilda Ochako's Pav Tilda. Mommy, wake up. My eyes slowly fluttered open as I saw Ari standing beside me with a big smile. Auntie Mina says that we have to put our plan in action. What plan? I asked as I got up and rubbed my eyes open. The plan to get Jiro to confess. Auntie Mina says that she is the only one that hasn't said anything about her relationship with Kaminari. I sighed, got up, and walked out with my pajamas. I walked out to see all the girls already dressed for the day, even Mina surprisingly. I'm not confessing. Jiro, come on. We all have had some progress, except for Sue, which reminds me we have to get her to confess too. Mina said das. She jumped up and down with a grin on her face. I paused. I'm going to make breakfast, I said and sneaked away into the kitchen. Eri followed me and she helped me make breakfast while Mina was interacting with Jiro. Ochako-chan. I turned. Oh, good morning, Sue, I said and smiled as I was putting the pancakes on plates for everyone. She looked tired and was still in her PJs like Eri and me. We all are breakfast after that. Despite Mina's protests, she still wanted to investigate Jiro. Okay guys, we have to meet up with the boys. I think we have free time after that since we just need to make sure everyone is here. After that we get to cook together and then there is more free time, Yaoyorozu said. Wait, how are we supposed to know when our free time is up? Thanks for reminding me about that, Jiro. Iida and I will be telling you guys since we are the class representative. We also have the class group chat so we can use that too. We all nodded and everyone went to get their wear gear on. Eri smiled at me. Mommy. Let's go see Daddy. Okay, but I put on her beanie and hand her gloves. You have to want first. She nodded back, pouted, and then all of a sudden smiled brightly. Mommy, I'll go with Auntie Mina, so you and Daddy can be alone. I paused and blushed a little. Eri, I don't think. Okay, bye, Mommy, she said and sprinted off towards Mina. I watched as Eri told Mina something and she responded by giving her high five. Mina then looked at me and grinned. Mina, I sighed and started putting on my boot, gloves, and beanie. Ochako-chan. I jumped up and turned to see who touched my shoulder. Sue. Can we talk, Kiro? She asked softly. Sure. I got up and walked out with her. So what did you want to talk about? How do you confess to someone? I blushed furiously and waved my hands around. I don't think I am the right person to ask about this. Sue smiled at me. You have Midoriya, Ochako, she said calmly. I don't want Tokiyami to think that I only like him like a friend, Kiro. Promoted stories. You'll also like, Out of Time, 20.7K 503. The world was left in chaos after AFO killed last wielder of One for All. Siblings Hiroaki and Reiko are sent to warn their parents of an impending disaster. The Pro, the ultimate roleplay, 1.2K 107. This is sorta like my roleplay book, but bigger, crazier, and better. So, this is for all Sonic characters. All versions of canon characters are able to join. Sonic Ma. The Candian Aristocrats, 246K 23K and Quat. And Quat. Murder Drone Stories, incorrect quotes. 20.7K 274. Little random stories kinda like one shots. Oh well, this became Oni shots and incorrect quotes. Very slow updates. I don't write fanfics much anymore. Glamrock Chica X male reader. 9.8K 73. A kid that Chica spent a lot of time with a few years ago decided to return as an adult. Hey, you know how I took this story down for a little while to revamp it a little. Rain, adopted. 114K 3.2K. This is an adopted story from at M_Spriggs titled Rain, that I will be adding onto. Quirkless. One day, as Ochako Uraraka walked back to Ua, she found herself caught in Her savior. 1.2M 164K. Yadavanshi series number 3. It is a book under Yadavanshi series, but it could be read as standalone too. Nitya Raghavendra is a Telugu businesswoman earning millions, but her A. I calmed down and slowly put down my hands. Izuku. I bit my lip and held my hand close to my heart and thought about how I confessed I was such a mess. Just tell him how you feel. Once you start, you feel calmer about it. Your heart might be racing, but. I paused again and smiled at Sue. I think they should hear it from you and not anyone else. I believe in you, Sue. I watched as she blushed a little and nodded. From behind her, I saw Tokiyami standing out in the snow just listening to his music, I'm assuming as he has headphones on. Now you chant, Sue, I said and pushed her a little. Sue quickly nodded and walked towards him as she held her hands close to her chest. Go, Sue, go. Ochako. I turned and saw Izu smiling at me. Hi Izu. I said, why am I still stuttering? Where's Eri? He asked. She's with Mina. She said she wanted to give us some alone time. I chuckled nervously. Where is Koda? I saw as Izu blushed a little. He went to look for Eri since he saw that she wasn't with you. So, we're alone then. Thanks a lot, Mina. Yeah, I guess we are. I said that out loud. I looked away as I felt my face grow hotter. Izuku just chuckled at me and grabbed my hand. Let's walk, he asked and stared at me. I would love that very much. I grabbed his hand and dragged him as I ran. Come on, let's go have fun. Tilda Izuku's pav tilde. We played in the snow for a bit, throwing snowballs at each other and laughing. After that, Ochako grabbed my hand and smiled. I wanted to know more about you, Izu, so. Can I ask you a question? You can ask me a question in return. I nodded and smiled back. Sure. She paused for a bit. Have you ever liked anyone else, besides me, I mean? No, I said quickly. You're the first girl I've liked, Ochako, and the first one I've to talk to if I'm being honest. Ochako smiled and blushed a little. Your turn to ask a question. What should I ask her though? What am I allowed to ask her? Do you think you'll love me in 10 years? We stopped, walked, and she looked at me hesitantly. Why did I ask that? She looked at me straight in the eyes. I don't know what the future might bring. All I can tell you right now is that I love you, Izu, and if someone or something tries to change that, I won't let them. Ochako. Suddenly she got closer and hugged me tightly. She is too close. Izu, I love you. It's so embarrassing to tell you this, but it's true. I want to be with you and with Eri. We're a family already and I don't want it to end. How about you? She answered. I hugged her back and smiled as she started up at me. I love our little family too, Ochako, and I kissed her on her forehead. Ochako giggled and pulled away from the hug. She grabbed my hands and smiled at me. She is too cute. She mumbled something and looked back up. We still haven't had our first date yet, nor our first kiss. My face heated up rather quickly and I tried to look away, but she held my face in her hands. I watched as her face was bright red as well. I'm blushing too, Izu. She chuckled as I closed my eyes. I can't handle this girl. Izu, look at me, she said softly, and I opened my eyes to see her pouting. I'ma kiss you suddenly one of these days. I want to kiss you. Oh, Ochako. She let go of my face and turned around, giggled with a slight blush. Come on, Eri is waiting for us. And I don't want to leave her with Mina any more longer. Okay, I smiled back and we both ran back to the cabin together. Kiss. Ochako. That's talk embarrassing, I can't do that, we haven't even gone a date yet, but. A kiss. I haven't updated in so long, and I am so sorry. Happy Halloween. There will be mistakes and stay safe, guys.